Night 2. Okay, right off the bat, Damian Priest, Joey McIntyre, four-way death threat match, whatever, Sin City street fight, could give zero fucks. They need to be honest with Damian Priest and tell him he was a fucking transitional champion. Until they get his shit right and take him serious, this match is a waste of fucking time. And if they're talking about something with McIntyre going with The Rock, that storyline idea is fucking dumb, especially when he was so opposed against the bloodline. Rock didn't disassociate himself from the bloodline at any point. So, shoo shoo, ka-choo, ka-choo, choo, shoo, shoo. This four-way IC thing it's a smack in the face to Braun Breaker if he loses it this way. And it's a smack in the face to the IC title, in my opinion, if they give it to Penta so fast. That's just my opinions on it. So it is what it is. And also, now we're talking about smack in the face. It's kind of a smack in the face the way that they shit on Dom. It seems like he loses every fucking week. Anytime they put him on television, unless the blue moons when they come in and cheat for him, he loses every match. So, it's going to be very interesting to see how they get him back in good favor when he goes FaceTime. So these two, I could care less. But, surprise me, I doubt it. Let's move on. All right. Women's Tag Team Championship. This is a complete, utter waste of fucking time. Here's why. This would have been better just to have Raquel and Liv, and I don't know if they're playing transitional champs. They should not. Raquel and Liv should have actually been wrestling the Casey's. Okay? The Casey's are the only tag team next to actually Liv and Raquel that actually function as a tag team. We haven't seen PFC, but we did see PFC, but we haven't seen PFC, if you can understand what I'm talking about, right? So this could have been an easy, entertaining match with the Casey's doing some new shit that instead of showing us the other week, they could have dropped it at this event and got some huge pops and some ooh nods and yada yada, and then they Liv and them cheat and they don't win, right? To have Lyra and Bailey do this gauntlet last week, waste of time. And it feels like just to get Bay into Mania. This is what I would have done. I would have put Bailey and Roxanne in a four corners match. Right? Then I would have, because what they've done, and I've seen people rumbling about it. You have two new women's titles. And they're not on the fucking card. Then why'd you create them? This is what I would have run with. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I would have had Lyra either pop up on SmackDown or on Raw. She would have been on Raw. Chelsea's music hits. Chelsea appears, runs her mouth, says, I'm US, you're IC, and then shit jumps off. At the end of the day, they should have had a gauntlet. And this would have been something that I've never seen. What I would have done is both women in the ring, the ring is kind of split in half, and this has to be a match that they would have to run through it so that it would come off sharp, which reminds me of what Ronda Rousey said when she was interviewed by CVV, saying that matches go better for her when they were rehearsed more, had more time. This would be one of these concepts that if they ran through this could be dope. Once like the ring is, it's not actually going to be split in half, but that's how the women are going to use the ring. Basically, let's say you take, I'll say both members of PFC at different times, and you take Alba Fire. Those three women, they would face off against Lyra, and then Chelsea would have to face off, let's say, like Natalia. Michin would probably be last, or Michin be first. It really doesn't matter. And let's just put for right now BFAT, right? And how they would use the ring, especially you see them run the ropes in like a cross. Chelsea's using it one way, Lyra's using it. That shit, if they really did it well, could be fucking fire. The last women standing are the winners. No this ain't winner takes all. No, this is just bragging rights. That's all this match would be, bragging rights. End of the story, both women will survive. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, maybe Natalia would be last. Play this. Lyra would face her toughest opponent, which maybe let's say it's Shayna. Chelsea's toughest opponent would be Natalie. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I fucking called her Natalie. Natalia. She would cheat to win. Lyra wouldn't. Both women would be worn out, and then they have to wrestle one another. That shit right there is innovative. That would have been a good way to represent both titles, have multiple women all involved in fucking WrestleMania. No, we doing Vince shit. So, yeah, let's move on. This fucking match is a waste of time. And I don't want to see no shit about this one's going heel. Bailey can't go fucking heel. She just whatever, bro. Like I said, the honeymoon period's over, bro. Let's move on. AJ Styles, Logan Paul. This is a waste of fucking time. This match should have been AJ Styles versus Karrion Kross. And there's another issue that hit me earlier this morning when I was working out that I'm going to address in a few days. And it's regarding Karrion Kross and shit like that. Nothing shitty on Karrion Kross, but when I drop it, you'll understand. This Logan Paul could have had, you know what? Logan Paul could have put over Rey Fenix. You dig? Logan Paul could have fucking, he could have wrestled a lot of people if you wanted to get him on the card for sponsorship and all that. This is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. I'm not gonna even go. Let's move on. Io Sky, Bianca, Rhea. This shit was everywhere and then some. Where do I begin with this? Okay, for starters, as creative, you guys make your general managers look like ass because you have your talent pushing general managers around between both and just getting away with shit and them just going, oh, you want a match? Okay, it's a match. It's a match for you. No suspensions, no anything. For starters, how old girl just taking contracts and just walking off? Like this is her fucking show. 2, her last promo, I'm speaking on Rhea Ripley, her last promo, she said, oh, I took a page out of your book, EO, and I whined and complained and it worked. I got my way. Shorty, the only reason why this happens because you stuck your fucking nose in EO's match and caused her to lose. Then you showed up and said, well, I talked to Pearson. You're going to have your match against me. Why in the fuck would you do both things? Prior to that, after you lost the first time, you're in the dressing room biting your fucking nails, talking about, "Ooh, I should have known better, I didn't think." It's like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? These things happen because you are creating them. As I just said, so I don't have to repeat them. You created these issues. You have a fucking focus problem. Bianca, I've already expressed my opinions. I'm tired of Bianca. And when I say this, let's not get it twisted. We're not talking about the real person, okay? For you fucking guys and gals. We're talking about characters. She needs a fucking refresh. She needs a heel turn as far as I'm concerned, bro. Especially after coming off Elimination Chamber and my feelings toward that and how her character was acting. And now I'm really, the way I look at the creative now is fucking creative. They didn't give a proper structure as far as I'm concerned as to how to handle all of that fucking trauma that she dealt with from the fucking chamber. She needs a refresh. At the end of the day, I'm picking Io to win this, and it looks fucking bad if she does not. Because you motherfuckers have little sis her for the past few weeks by pushing her fucking around. And of course, for those that know, how did she win that title initially? She beat Bianca. How did she win the NXT? She beat Charlotte and fucking Rhea. I'm picking her to win. I'm also picking her to win because I have an inside tip that I heard that I will reveal if I'm shown. I'll reveal after the match because I could be wrong. They might do a Vince McMahon, change the whole shit up, whatever. If she does not win, like I said, it makes Io look fucking bad at this point. Afterwards, she looks bad coming out the loser after watching these two women push her around. On top of that, with Bianca saying, I never been pinned, yada, yada, realistically saying she's never lost in Mania. So I'm banking that just the way that I see it, I'm not doing predictions here, just for this, where I'm seeing it is, and I saw this moons ago when we were watching how this worked, right? It's either you take the L now, and it may not be pinned, you take the WrestleMania L now and don't get the title now, or you take it when you go up against Charlotte at WrestleMania. And the fans are going to have to pick the lesser of two evils, especially all the black fans that want every fucking person that's black to win every fucking title and just have an all black WWE fucking company. Whatever. What's fair is fair. What's business is business. Do your fucking history. If you want to talk a racist shit, you should have been known about the bullshit that's going on in this industry. Side note, I'm not getting into that. At the end of the day, I'm picking Io to win. The way that this shit was put together made no sense as far as how you character build and you push Adam Pearce around and they fucking push Nick Aldis around. Oh shit, you know what I didn't see? Now I'm thinking about this. On the card, they didn't say anything about Randy. You know, they didn't say anything about Randy. You know, side note, you know what I think would be cool? And no one would see this coming because I don't think this person's contracted. It'd be a fucking cool ass idea if Randy is looking for an opponent. I mean, would it be fucking cool if it's Nick Aldis? Yeah, because Nick, I don't have enough great fucking things to say about Nick Aldis. He's played it the right way. But to the shit that no one would see coming, if Randy shows up and he's looking for an opponent and it's fucking Matt Cardona, that will fucking fuck the house up. That will fuck the house up if you hear Almost Ready and he fucking shows up. But anyway, yeah, just as I'm putting this together, I didn't see anything for Randy. Let's move on. Final match, to my knowledge, Cody versus Cena. Reason why I'm not interested is we already know the outcome, right? Unless there's some sort of Vince McMahon change. And a couple other things. One, I do not want to, I don't care to see Stone Cold Steve Austin in this. The glass breaks, the glass breaks. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll be sitting there like, okay, whatever. The time for him to show up was last year. I think they said that he had knee surgery or something. It is what it is. The next time I want to see SCSA, that's bad to just put SA on that. Stone Cold Steve Austin in a storyline, in my opinion, is when they fucking really start focusing on Lexis King, aka Brian Pillman. I feel that Stone Cold should be his manager, and we do a throwback a la like the Colonel. Stone Cold is one of the best talkers. Let him do a majority of the talking for the kid, and then you work it from there. Other than that, we already know. I don't, we like I said, we know Cena's going to win. All the other shit, as far as wrecking the titles, I could give zero about it. The thing that where they dropped the ball with this, excuse me, at least to me, and this goes back to the early interview when they asked him, I think it was Chris asked him about him going heel, and he said, "Oh, the people will see right through it." When he first did the turn, I was all for it until one, he took a whole week off or came back 2 weeks later. I don't give a fuck where you were flying in. You could have did a video and that shit should be on the screen. But regardless of that, it was your response. His promos, to me, were extremely fucking lackluster, right? This was the perfect opportunity for him to say something like, yo, a lot of y'all want to know why I flipped, sold my soul to The Rock. He could have said, yo, guess how I got Suicide Squad 2 because of The Rock. Guess how I got this movie. Guess how I got Peacemaker. Guess how I got this because of The Rock. Then he could have even broke it a little further, got a little personal from what we saw, pulling the curtain back, but not really, because we just saw this person. Then he could have said, Nikki Bella would not marry me once she knew that I did this deal with The Rock, and that would have fucked everybody up. He could have got real personal. No, I did it because of you, and you, and you, and I'm going to pay these people off so that we can do the camera shot and make them cry. That shit is corny and just goes further into John Cena being fucking corny. He could have really got fucking personal and utilized that as storyline. That kid that she had should have been my baby. Yada yada. He could have really fucking went in. Nope. Corny. I don't give a. I'm out.